What's up, guys? I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never, and welcome back to another Cocoro update. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Alright, so as you guys can see, a lot has happened with Cocoro since my last video. As a lot of you guys know, Cocoro actually reached a market cap of 31.14 million. In my last video, Cocoro was sitting around 17 million. So since my last video, Cocoro shattered all-time highs. However, Cocoro is now sitting at a $22.16 million market cap. And you can see that it's had a decent little pullback. However, what I do want to point out about this pullback is these two red candles. Both of these red candles have large wicks to the downside. That shows a lack of sell pressure. And something that you'll just notice from Cocoro's chart in general, which I find kind of interesting, is that Cocoro had never had 4 green candles in a row. It had only had 3 green candles in a row twice, and that was at the very beginning of the project. And even with Cocoro never having 4 green candles in a row, it is still at a $22 million market cap. It had 4 green candles in a row for the first time. Personally, I just find that to be very interesting. Now, before I go any further, I do want to be transparent. As always, I first put Cocoro out in my Discord at a $5.5 million market cap. So there is a decent amount of my Discord that probably is invested in this project if that matters to you. Anyways, though, Cocoro again is sitting at a $21.8 million market cap. The volume right now on Cocoro, though, is actually very solid, 1.2 million. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, that doesn't sound great, but what you have to understand is Cocoro doesn't have centralized exchange listings. I guess from my last video, they did get a couple really small centralized exchange listings. However, you can clearly see that most of the volume is still coming from Uniswap, 76.8% from the V2 liquidity pool, and V3 has 8.6%. So most of the volume is DEX volume. Now, the other thing that I want to make sure people understand is when you come over to DEX Tools or DEX Screener or something, and you click on their X link, you can see that the account is suspended. That's because their main account did get suspended. However, at this point, they have created a second account. You can see that this account already has 1,221 followers. And they've talked in the Telegram about how they will update this to DEX Tools and DEX Screener. They're just still waiting to see if they can get the old account back. So just understand that they do have a second account. And regarding the Telegram, I also heavily recommend joining that. I will tell you this right now, I have not seen a community as active as Cocoro's in a long time. This is the kind of community where you run errands for 2 hours and you come back and the Telegram has 3,000 unread messages. When it was hitting all-time highs, I was away for 4 hours and it had 17,000 unread messages. The community is hyperactive. And in my personal opinion, this is one of the rare scenarios where the community actually matches the hype. This narrative is incredible. We have seen how well the narrative has done in the past. If you come over to CoinMarketCap and you look at Memecoin's ranked, look at the first coin. Dogecoin's currently at a $35.2 billion market cap. You scroll down a little bit and you can see Nero right here. It's currently at a $237 million market cap. And Nero did actually reach a $1.3 billion market cap. And there's also a second Nero that reached a $300 million market cap. We have seen the narrative go parabolic many different times. And when you look at the website, you can see the narrative right here. The same owners of Kabosu and Nero have adopted Cocoro. Their 2 dogs currently are Nero and Cocoro. And again, Nero ran over a $1.3 billion market cap. Cocoro is the second dog, and it is a very unique dog. It's a black and white Shiba Inu. There are no other black and white Shiba Inus in the crypto space. And again, from a technical analysis standpoint, the fact that this chart is currently a $21.5 million market cap with basically no centralized exchange listings is very impressive. Yes, over the last few days, they did get a couple small ones, but it's not like they even have a MEXC or a Gate.io or something along those lines. That being said, though, there are a lot of rumors about them potentially getting HTX. There have been some major hints, and if you check out my first Cocoro video, you can see one of them in there. But the reason that a lot of people are also bullish on Cocoro is because of the Shiba Inu support. And this is actually the HTX video right here, and if you skip to the end of the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. They actually post a black and white Shiba Inu right here. And Cocoro is the only black and white Shiba Inu out there. And Nero actually had the same playbook. Nero got listed on HTX, and then a few weeks later, it got listed on Binance. Now, is it guaranteed that that happens for Cocoro? No, it is not. But it's definitely something that's pretty interesting. But again, if you scroll down, you can see that Shiba Inu has consistently supported Cocoro as well. And what's even more bullish about this is that they supported Cocoro after their X account got suspended. So it's not like they only supported the main X account. They also brought a lot of followers to the new X account. And this isn't the only post that they've done. They've posted about Cocoro multiple times. But in general, there's not a whole lot specifically to go over with Cocoro right now. I just heavily recommend at least keeping this project on your watch list. I personally think it's one of the most bullish narratives out there, and it has an incredible community. I have not seen this active of a community in a long time, especially for a project around a $20 million market cap. There are many great communities out there, but I am very impressed with this one. All that being said, though, if you guys are interested in getting into projects super early like Cocoro, then I also recommend taking a look at my Discord. Just over the last 3 weeks, we've nailed 2 different 100x projects. One of them was actually a 691x. So if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments whether or not you guys are bullish on Cocoro. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.